Oh, hello YouTube. I figured this was probably a good spot to start the video. We are currently at Wildcat Off-Road Park. I'm just above London, Kentucky. And the spot we're at is called Lost Boat, which I will walk over and show it to you. I took a picture of it, so it should be the thumbnail for this video. But the story that I was told on this was that, now, I always get it mixed up because it's real close together, but I believe it's Woods Creek Lake, up around Livingston, Kentucky. A couple years back, we had some really bad storms that produced tornadoes. And the story that I was told on the boat was that this boat was actually in the lake and it got picked up by the tornado. And this is where it had landed at. Which, when I show it to you, you're going to think to yourself, how in the world did that get there? Because there's not really any way of getting this back here without major work. And I don't see them doing it just for tourist attraction. But as you can see, it's a good sized speedboat. So, and we're right back next to the railroad tracks, which of course, you know, people vandalizing graffiti all over the place. But I figured I'd bring yous along, try to probably get some footage with my little Vivitar and El Cheapo off-brand GoPro. And I thought we'd just go for a trail ride today. So I reckon let's get back in and go see if we can't find some mud, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to record this clip, obviously post-trip. Basically I'm recording this to correct some information. Now, I did tell you correct in that was the story I was told on the boat by a fellow that I know. But while I was out riding around, I actually got the true story on it. And it is indeed a tourist attraction. That is about the third boat that they've put back there. And the way they get it back there is they basically drag it back there with a big track hoe. Like I said, I actually got to talking to, I believe he was the owner of the park. Had a really cool rig that he had built by hand, everything custom. I mean, that thing was really neat. But he'd show me some pictures on his phone, and we had all got to talking. There at a little break that just like a little off the side of the trail. We'd all happened to stop in the same place and got to talking. So that is indeed a tourist attraction, but I do like the story. You know, big, dramatic. You know, it makes the imagination run wild. I mean, honestly, a boat that size in the middle of the woods, you know, anything's a good explanation of how it got there. The wilder, the better. So, like I said, I just wanted to record this and splice it in post-trip. Just make sure that we have all of our facts straight. Okay folks, so we've ended up looping back around to the parking lot. So this is a little dam that they have. This is the entrance to Trail 1. Now what my goal is I want to go all the ways out and run Sasquatch. There's supposed to be like a Sasquatch cavern. So we're going to take and see if we can't find that today. Which I knew where Lost Boat was. I'd been there before. So we're going someplace new. So this is only about my third time here. So as you can see, as long as you stay to there, this place is one of those places that there's a little of everything. You know, if you have they're open to just about anything. I was talking to a couple of guys on dirt bikes a little bit ago at Lost Boat. Of course, side-by-sides and four-wheelers. Of course, Jeeps or trail buggies. Just any kind of off-road vehicle that you'd like to bring back here. But I do have to say that your main trail system through the park is pretty well maintained. If you're just wanting easy trail riding, just stay to the main trails and you can go all over the place back here. And then they have sections of mud. There's a few technical rock sections that I've seen. It's just as brave as you want to be back here. So we're going to shut up and we're going to head out this way a little bit. Okay folks, so we're on Trail 1. We've jumped out right quick to show you some stuff. Now you have to take Trail 1 to get to where I want to go. Now as you can see, all your markers say to go through this. And if I had a lifted and locked Jeep, yeah, I might try that. I could see coming down it, but I don't see me getting up that without winching. So this is where knowing your vehicle comes in. And the trick to driving without breaking stuff is know your vehicle and drive accordingly. Drive smart. So as you can see, there's many options to get up there. So what I think I'll do, and the reason I got out, is to come look, because I think right down here it's a little rutted, but this would definitely be my line to get up there. But that is the important thing about driving off-road and trails is, yeah, the gnarly line is fun, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. So we're going to hop back in the Jeep and we're going to pick a sensible line for the vehicle that we have. So we just came through a little bit of a technical section, but I just wanted to stop and record this because this is rather nice. It's just a little old creek flowing down, crossing the trail, and on its way on. Which, let me pull down here a little bit, try to get this. You can't really see it through the trees, but you can there's actually another creek that runs into it and it comes down a little rock face. But this is pretty much southeast Kentucky in a nutshell. You can usually find little creeks and streams, well, not really streams, but little creeks flowing out of about every holler as the water drains down. So we're going to continue on now and we'll check in with a little bit. Okay folks, so we're getting ready to head down this little hill. Just a quick tip, especially manuals have better engine braking than the autos, but if you have the auto, I would recommend hill descent control at this point. 4 low, first gear, off the brake, off the clutch, and then point and steer and let the motor just ease you down. left side of this because that looks like a drop off to the right for the right tire. Nice and smooth. Oh, now we'll clutch come in a second, so that way we have plenty of throttle to be able to apply to come up the other side. Oh, and we've made it out to the road. So this marks the end of the main section of Wildcat. Now you can cross the road here and that takes you over into another section, and then there's a third section on the other side of the road as you first come in. So where we're wanting is actually on this section across the road here, but we might stop and get a snack. Yeah, I think it's snack time. So we'll shut the camera off, get across the road, and eat his little bite. So if memory serves, this is a good little hill climb. So 4 low, second gear, so we got a little bit of momentum. Let's get stuck into it. Over the top. That's fun. Oh, slow it back down for the bumps. Oh, we have crossed the road, stopped for a snack, and now we are still on Trail 1 on our way out to do Sasquatch. The Sasquatch Trail. I'm really hoping I can find the cave that's marked on our little map. So when we get to the beginning of Sasquatch, we'll probably do another check-in, and I'll probably stop and affix the camera to the Jeep. That way we got some actual trail footage beyond just me holding the camera all shaky as I drive. So we're coming up on Trail 7, so we'll probably stop, consult the map, and see where we're at. So we will just pull off in this little wide spot right here. That way people can get around as if they come through. There's been some traffic, but it's not been terrible today. This is probably the busiest that I've seen it since I've been here. So here's our map. Trying to get a good shot of it. So we have crossed the road and we're down here at Trail 7. So we can either follow out Trail 1 to hit Sasquatch, or we can cut off on 7 and loop around and come in. So we might just hit 7. So we'll go ahead and fix our other camera, turn it on, and we'll get some footage as we head out I'm going to start Trail 7 onto the loop trail of Sasquatch. Now this is the map. It's available at the main office. As you can see, most of it is just big loop trails. Trail 1 kind of runs all the way out in dead ends. And then the back of the map shows for the other side of the road as you first come in. So I think it's like $2 and it's laminated, so it's money well spent. So we'll get out here and hook up our Vivitar, and we will go from there. Okay, and we're back. Sign says parking, so I'm going to assume that this is Bigfoot Cave. So I figured we'd jump out and go have a look at it. So well, let's see here. Well, flashlight don't do a whole lot. Probably weak battery. But you can see it goes back a little ways. Then goes right back in here. Yeah, it don't really go underground, but it's a nice little rock shelter. You can see where I'm assuming people's camped out here. I don't think you're supposed to camp on the trails, but people do a lot of things they're not supposed to do. But this would be Bigfoot Cave, I reckon. And I reckon we're in for a little bit of fun. See if it'll zoom far enough to read that. Caution, steep grade, difficult. So, might be a good thing we did come in from Trail 7. We'll see. But we'll go back down here and turn the Vivitar back on. Get the rest of the trail footage going out. Here's that new skid plate that I put on. You can see that it's collected a little bit of mud. We've not done anything, not really done anything to get the Jeep too dirty. So, oh, something that I want to mention. If you're riding an off-road part, it's probably a good idea to crack your windows. That way, I'm going to crack your windows, and if you decide to play music, probably keep it down to a lower level. Okay, people on the side-by-sides are not too bad, but four-wheelers and dirt bikes, they have a tendency to go a little fast on some of these trails. So, it's one of those deals, you can usually hear them before you ever see them. So, by keeping your windows cracked and your music turned down a little bit, it just kind of keeps from meeting each other in a blind corner without any warning. So, we'll hop back in the Jeep now. And we'll keep on going. While I'm stopped, might as well talk about it. Tire pressure. Street pressure on these with right at stock tire size is 37 psi. I like to let about 10 out, so I usually run about 28 off-road. But right here where that tire's on that is a good illustration of why you want to air down. Is it allows your tire to conform to the terrain and gives you better grip. And of course it helps soak up some of the bumpiness in the ride. So we'll hop back in the Jeep. Park on a hill and you have an automatic closing door. And we will continue on and see what the steep grade's all about. Oh, so as you might have guessed, that was the end of Sasquatch. We're back on to Trail 1 now. So, now it's decision time. We'll sit down with the map and decide where to go from here. But I wanted to do Sasquatch last time I was here, but it was well after dark and it wouldn't have been worth the trouble. So, take the key out so it doesn't ding us to death. So, get this turned around. We're back on Trail 1. How about we go down and do Rebel Way? That looks like it might be fun. Yeah, let's go down and hit Trail 5. Okay, so we have a plan of action now. We are going to go down and we're going to hit Trail 5 and we're going to ride that out, and that will probably do it for today, because once we get done with that, then it should be getting on to dark. It's about 4:20 now and it starts getting dark about 7, so we'll come out of that and then we'll head back and we'll air up and probably finish the day out. So I'll turn this off and we'll make our way out to the trailhead. Okay folks, so I didn't realize quite how much footage I actually had shot today while out on the trails. So due to keeping things roughly no more than 30 minutes, I'm going to break this up into a 2-part series. You've just watched part 1, where we get to and tackle Sasquatch Trail, go out and have a look at the cave. So part 2 will pick up where we left off with Rebel Way, which would be Trail 5. Now, just to give you a little teaser, we did end up in a little bit of a situation on our way back to the parking lot that nothing a short winch pull couldn't fix. So I just want to say thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That should alert you when I get part 2 edited and put up. And we will see everybody in part 2.